Hey guys, so alright, what you see on my screen is the journey that people go through in my business. And the reason I am going to talk about this and I want to show you this is because the modern business today is all about upsells, downsells, cross sells. It's all about the journey that the buyer goes through, and it's all about different softwares working together. So, okay, the first thing I want you to do is to think about your product. Okay, how do people buy your product? What happens after they buy your product or service? And then you once you start making sales consistently, and if you're not making sales consistently, then that's the video for you. Like we need to talk about that, how to get that problem. That's the first problem you need to solve, honestly. But let's say that you are getting some sales, you're bringing in, I don't know, $1,000 a month, 5,000, 10, 20, 30, 50 $1,000 a month. Well, okay, think about your product. What happens when someone buys that product? Okay, how can you increase the efficiency of your whole journey? How can you make more money? How can you sell more? Where are the problems? Where are you losing people? If you're a subscription model business, what is your churn? How many people are you losing every month? Why are you losing them? What's the feedback? So all those things you have to take into consideration, and you have to think about the experience that your user is going to have. I see a lot of people that they want to save a buck or two, so they put together the shittiest website on earth, and then they're like, "Oh, I need to run ads." No, I was about to say a bad word, real bad word. I was like, "No, man, you're not ready for ads. You need a good website first, something that shows your brand in good light. Because what do you think people are gonna do? Like they're gonna, you're gonna be running ads, but guess what? They're gonna be googling your freaking company. They're gonna want to see." What reviews do you have? What testimonials do you have? And I'm not saying, look, you don't have to have the perfect website or anything like that. You can run ads and get great results even as a beginner. I've done that. But you do want to think about the presence of your brand, the infrastructure that your business is going to have. Let me give you an example. When I was starting the Young Sharks, there's nothing, right? There's no Young Sharks. When I started it, I did a meetup group, I did an Instagram page, I did a Facebook page. I started posting pictures from the events on my first day, right? And I've been lucky that I was a marketer, and that's what I was studying at the time, and I had some experience, right, from the theme pages and my days early on with dropshipping and whatnot. But I started doing that, and I started investing money into photographers, even when I wasn't making any money. And I did that for 2 years. And by the time I said I'm going to launch the subscription business, I already had 1,000 contacts. I already had a loyal following. I already had people ready to give me money because that's what they were coming to my events for. And really, what you should take from that is think about your business. If someone were to look you up, what would they see? Okay, is your website at least functional? Is there a customer service phone number? Or do you look legit? Do you have a Google My Business? Is there at least one review on that Google My Business? Are you even able to be found? Is all there is your personal Instagram account, and all you have there is like some political stuff that you've been posting or some pictures from high school? People will look at that and they will judge you. So once you start going down this business path, you really have to think about your personal brand. You really have to think about the way you look, the way people will perceive you, because hate it or love it, if someone is going to give you money, especially at the beginning, they're buying you for you, right? They're not buying, listen, anybody can go, any service, there's someone in the industry who's the shark in that industry. There's Coca-Cola in the beverage world. There is, at least in the marketing world, there is people like Tai Lopez. You can go to those guys. Why did my clients hire me? It's because I showed them the results that I was able to get personally. I identified with them. I was someone they could trust, and they were able to see the results in the flesh, so that it was enough motivation for them to be like, you know what, I'm gonna give you $2,000 for this month, and let's see what happens. So nowadays, with every customer, like nowadays, I'm in a different level because nowadays my customer base is pretty broad, and I am bringing people into my business that I have never met and I will never meet, right? Unless I catch them at an event. But there's some events that I don't even go anymore. I just can't. And I am running a lot of like ads, and thousands of people are seeing my company from ads, from events, from word of mouth. So I have to be conscious of what are the things that people are sharing and saying about my business, you know. And if they do decide to interact with my business, how is that interaction going to be? How's the customer service going to be? How is the journey? Are they going to be able to do what they wanted? Like if they want to contact me, are they able to contact me? If they want to become a lead or sign up for my newsletter or something like that, are they able to do that? So my website allows me to have a central place where I have a newsletter sign up for you. And you know what? I get like 80, 90 leads a month from that passively. And if someone wants to contact my company, the phone number is right there. If they want to see my upcoming events, it's right there. So you gotta have a presence, right? You gotta have some infrastructure. It cannot just be you and you and you and that's it. And people are like talking to your personal phone. So early on, since the day I started in business, I know that what I wanted was to not just make money, but I wanted to build a company. And if I want to build a company that employs other people, I can't just do things the way I would want to do them, right? Like I have to have some level of, you know, I was thinking the word legitness, but that's not the right word. You gotta have some level of like professionalism, like some like yeah, I guess legitness. You know, you gotta be legit, right? So for example, there's a lot of folks out there that they'll give you the card and it's just their cell phone. Something like having, actually no, that's not even a great example. Okay, one of the first things I did was to get a professional email at my domain. So for example, my email is carlos@theyoungsharks.com. We have another email that's info@theyoungsharks.com, support@theyoungsharks.com. So if you show someone like, hey, how can I get in contact with you? You're like support@theyoungsharks.com. That will translate to them being like, okay, like they're more of a legit brand. Like they have a system set up. You know, same thing with customer service. Like I have a system for that, and I have reps, and we use different phone numbers for different things and whatnot. So, and then if people call, there's a call line, right? Like there's a message and stuff like that. So that's what I'm talking about. But going a little bit deeper into it, okay. Once you decide, like, once you're ready to like advertise and you're ready to promote your business, now you have to think about the journey that the buyer is going to go through, aka funnels. And I'm gonna have a whole separate video just on funnels. But think about, okay, where are you getting your clients? Let's say it's from Instagram. Like, let's say you're getting in conversations on Instagram, and then from there you get into like a phone call with them, and then some of them will decide to buy from you. Okay, so think about that journey and think about like what softwares could I use to make that more efficiently? How can I get some of those things like off my shoulders, so that then you can go and work on something else, right? So you can focus on some higher level activities. So for example, me, I don't do anything that is low level, even if it costs me something. Like, and you know what I do is I pile up the little problems, right? I have a to-do list and I pile it up, and eventually I will come to that list and I'm just like, you know what, let me solve like 2 or 3 of these little problems and get them done with. Sometimes if something is very easy to do on the spot, I will just go ahead and do it on the spot. The 2-minute rule is what it's called. So if something takes 2 minutes or less to do, just do it right away. I do that for most of the things, but some other things that might take a little bit more, but they're not like super high level activities. I do have a list where I manage the things that I need to do from high level to low level, and most of my day is spent on high level, which is sales, money, finance, meetings, investors, things like that, right? Those are the activities that are gonna get me from, being a $1 million business to being a $5 million business, right? So when you're seeing your buyer journey, think of like, okay, what are you doing repeatedly that you could maybe automate? Where could you maybe scale in that? So for example, let's say you're getting your clients from conversations on Instagram. Well, if you wanted to get more clients, what do you need? You need more conversations on Instagram. But if you get more conversations on Instagram, you might be very overwhelmed. So, okay, what if you get someone to now answer the conversations on Instagram and you double the amount of conversations that you're getting into, right? That should double your business. That should have a significant impact on your top line. Now, also, let's say that you're getting on conversations on Instagram and then you're booking calls with them and you're doing like a demo or like a video call, a phone call. Okay, what happens after you do 50 of those? Are you going to remember what happens with all of them? What CRM are you using? Are you keeping track of that? Are you following up with people? Do you have reminders set up so that as soon as you put someone into like a box that says they didn't buy, send me a message in a month to give that person a call? Those are the systems that you need to implement in order to be able to have some kind of predictability in your business, to have growth, to be able to not let anything go to waste, because a business is all about efficiency. If you generate 100 leads and you're getting 20 calls, and out of those 20 you close 5, those 5 people are not going to be your clients forever. So you don't want to be in that rabbit, in that chase of like, every 100 I get on 20, close 5, deliver for 5, and then I have to start fresh again. No, you want to be on, I generate 100 every month I get 20 calls, every month I get 5 clients. And now, okay, how do I increase the efficiency here so that now I do maybe 200 of these people, 40 calls, 10 new clients, and so on. Or with what I already have, how can I, where's the waste? Where are we losing people? Maybe people are not showing up to the calls with you. Well, are you sending them a text reminder? Are you sending them an email reminder? What are you doing about that? You have to keep track of those things. So also, once they do become clients, I see a lot of you guys going crazy handling client messages and, having like forgetting to do things. Like, I can't tell you the times that I've hired someone that doesn't end up delivering on what they said. And it's not even because they're a bad person or they're bad at what they do. It's just that they don't have a system in place to know exactly what was that they promised me and by what date did they promise it, right? And there was no way of like keeping track of the project. Like, they don't have any of that. They're just texting me from their personal phone number and they just send me 2 or 3 things and they forgot the rest, right? They don't have a way of looking back at the conversations, of keeping track of like what did they already deliver on and what is missing. So something like Monday.com can solve that for you. For example, you can put your client and what are the deliverables and by when do you need it to be delivered by, and you keep track of that. And it's building the habit of going to Monday.com and marking what you already did so you know what's missing, right? You have to get on that mindset of, I don't want to build a one-person shop. Like, I want to build a business. I want to scale, and in order to scale, it's not just going to be you. Like, you're going to need to implement systems, and systems are not easy to. You have to think about it, right? You have to come up with the solutions. So, really think about the communication that you're having with your clients. On what platform? How can you make that more efficiently? If you're having a problem with clients texting you at 12 o'clock at night, well, maybe they shouldn't have your phone number. Maybe they should be texting you from Slack or Discord or a professional platform, somewhere where you can control that. If you're getting 20, 30 leads, if you don't even know how many leads you're getting every week or every month, you already have a problem there, right? Like, every single lead that you have, every person you interact with, that needs to be recorded somewhere. For example, in my business, it doesn't matter where you come from. If it's from paid ads, if it's from social media, if it's a phone call that you made, everything is recorded. I can look back at any one of my contacts and I can see, on this day we called you, on this day we did this, on that day this happened, you bought on this day, or you haven't done any action. This person's is someone good to give them a call. So, this video is all about, think about the processes that your business has. Think about the stage that you're in. What are the problems that you need to solve? And then also, start detailing how can you make the experience better? How can you make it more legit? How can you make more money, sell more? And we'll talk more specifically on later videos on this, like each particular one. But yeah, I'll see you there.